Thank you for joining me for today's training session. Today we're going to be covering simple steps to create an AP invoice or a procurement invoice. Now, if you aren't already in our Finance app, you'll want to go ahead and go to the Apps drop-down and choose Finance from it. Once you're in the Finance module, you'll want to go ahead and go over to our Payables tab and click on the A/P invoice. Now there are two ways to create an account payable or purchasing invoice. And the first way is through copying, using the copy button. But you also have the add new record button. Today we're going to do it through the add new record. So you'll go ahead and click on the add new record button. And then you can go ahead and create your AP invoice number if you have not set up a number setup for this invoice. If you have a number set up, it will automatically generate that number for you. You're then able to choose your vendor. You can search by either the code or the vendor name. This is an auto-suggest field, so it's going to filter based on what you type. Today we are using Focus Prime as our vendor. We'll go ahead and choose our document date and our posting date. And as you can see here, the contact person associated with this vendor is automatically pulling into this invoice. Now, this can also be created through converting a purchase order into an invoice. At that point, it will automatically fill in a reference purchase order number. But it's also going to automatically generate a barcode for you. Now, as you can see here in the item service summary, you can go ahead and add in your items. So today we're creating an invoice for our embroidery machines. And if we're associating it with a different price list, we can choose that price list. But we're going to go ahead and use the default price list for today. We're going to be purchasing 50 of these machines. And we want them to be delivered. Actually, they were delivered on the 27th. And if there are any freight information associated with the shipment, we can go ahead and define what that freight was. Same thing for our tax codes. And then we also have the ability to do a line item tax or line item discount or a total discount. We are putting that item into our Renus, Germany warehouse. And then if we had another item, we can go in and add that item also. Each time we fill out a row, it will give us another blank row so we can continue adding items. We can choose what is our shipping or billing address for this vendor. If we have any account details, we can go ahead and fill them in at this point. So we're going to go ahead and have our journal entry started. And as you can see here, it's already pulling that this payment is going to be through bank. This is going to pull directly from your vendor master if you have defined it. Now, if you want to view your journal entry, you can go ahead and click on your journal entry button and it'll give you a quick view into what your journal entry is going to be. Now, this one has full setup on our automatic journal entry, so it's automatically debiting and crediting these two accounts. If we had any additional freight costs or tax information, we could go ahead and add that in. And then we also have the ability to upload or attach any documents that we need to associate with it. Now, once we've finished making all of our edits, we can click on our Create Invoice Record button, and it will go ahead and create our invoice for us. Now, as we can see here, our record has been created, and we can find it in our list view. In our future sessions, we'll go over how to receive or send a payment for invoices. Thank you for joining me today for our session on simple steps to create an AP or procurement invoice.